Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Have you tried using Google Forms? Or still starting to get the hang of it? Then this video is for you because today I'm gonna walk you through how to create, customize, set, share, and process Google Forms. Are you ready? Let's get started. First, open google.com and sign in to your account. Once signed in, go to the upper right corner of the home page and click on the waffle icon or the app launcher, and it will show you all your different Google apps. Find and click the Google Form icon. If you cannot see the Google Form icon, you can type forms.google.com on the address bar, and it will bring you to the Google Forms homepage. Once on the Google Form homepage, you'll see different options: blank, worksheet, course evaluations, and more. For this demo, we will start from scratch, so we will choose blank. This drops us into a blank new Google form, and we can start building out our quiz or survey. You can see on the top there are 3 tabs: questions, responses, and settings. Let's start first on the questions. On this part, type the title of your form. Under the title, you can also add a form description. You can type a short description of what the survey is all about. You can now start adding your questions. To add questions, click on the placeholder question. On the right side, click on the drop-down arrow to choose what type of question you will do. Let's try to create a question. Most survey forms do not include names, but just for this demo, we'll include it. When we type name on the question, Google Form automatically suggests what type of answer is needed for this question. As you can see, a short answer type of answer is suggested. Before you add another question, set up this question first. On the lower part of the question, turn on the required button to specify if the learners or participants must answer this question. At the side of the required button, there are 3 dots. Click on that to add a description to your question and response validation. To add another question, choose and click on the option at the right. Click on the plus sign to add another question. Click the pad with an arrow icon to import questions from another Google form. Simply click the box at the side of the questions you want to copy, and click the Import Questions button below to paste the selected question to your form. Click the To-Tiz icon to add another title and description. Click the image icon to add an image. Lastly, click on the toolbar icon to add a section. We can also duplicate the question by clicking the 2 overlapping pads icon. If you want to delete this question, click on the bin button. Let's duplicate this question to add another question. In this way, we do not need to set the required button again, for it is already set. Let's change the question to gender. As you can see, the type of answer automatically changes to multiple choice. Let's add options to this question. Here as I type male, suggestions showed up. I can choose female, prefer not to say, or others, or I can choose to add all. At the side of the question, you can see an image icon. Click that Add an image to your question. When you click that, it will show you how will you add your image. Click Upload to upload from your computer. Click the camera to take a shot from the camera attached to your device. By URL, paste the image URL. Photos, to get photos from your account. Google Drive, to get a saved image from your Google Drive. I'll add an image using Upload from my computer. Customizing Google Forms. Before or after creating your questions on Google Forms, you can customize it to make it colorful and attractive. Just remember to choose a design or theme related to what your form is all about. Before we design our forms, let's get to know first the parts of the Google Forms banner. On the left side, you will see the Google Forms icon. When you click it, it will lead you to the Forms home. This folder icon allows you to save this form to a folder. When you click this star, it means any file that you have marked with a star will then appear in the Drive window. I like to use the star for files that I use regularly and want to find quickly and easily. Let's go to the upper right corner of the Google Forms window. This is the add-on icon. Add-ons help users construct new surveys, establish connectivity to third-party systems, and integrate your Forms data with other Google Workspace applications like Google Sheets. This paint palette icon is the customize icon. This is what we are going to use later when we customize our forms. This is the preview icon. If you want to preview your form before sharing it, this is what you will click. These arrows are the redo and undo buttons. This send button is used when you are ready to share your form. Keep watching this video, for I'll explain later how to share your forms. The three dots icon is for more actions. Once you click it, a drop-down menu of more actions will appear. We are now ready to customize our forms. Let's start by naming our form. At the upper right corner, click on the paint palette icon to customize the header. A slide layover sidebar will appear, including the option to choose an image. From here, you can choose one of the many included images. You can also upload an image from your computer, or grab images from your Google Photos account. Let's try to upload from my computer. Here I have customized headers. You can create your own header using Google Slides, Microsoft PowerPoint, Canva, or any tools that you can save as an image. This is the size of the Google Form header. You can also simply choose any image. Just make sure you find something horizontal and wider than its height, because you'll be asked to crop it down to a 4:1 aspect ratio. Let's choose this image. As you can see, Google Forms will automatically adjust the color scheme to complement your image. If you want to adjust the color, choose from Theme Color and Background Color. You can also change the font, though there are only 4 choices. You don't have to worry about saving your work. Google Forms have an autosave feature. If you wish to preview your work, simply click this icon. On the top of the forms, there are 3 tabs: Questions, Responses, and Settings. Let's click on the Settings tab to set up your Google form. Here, you'll see the settings in default. Make this a quiz. You can turn on the Make Quiz button to assign point values, set answers, and automatically provide feedback. Under Release Grades, you can choose immediately after each submission if you want your participants or students to see their scores, or later if you need to manually review the answers. Respondent Settings. There is also an option on how you want the participants or the students can preview their responses. Missed Questions. If turned on, respondents can see which questions were answered incorrectly. Correct Answers. If turned on, Respondents can see correct answers after grades are released. Point values. Respondents can see the total points and points received for each question. You can also set the default question values. Responses. You can set up how responses are collected and protected. Turn on Collect Email if you want to collect the respondents' emails. Set how the responders can have a copy of their response. You can set it as when requested, or always, or just leave it off. Turn on Allow Response Editing button if you want them to change their responses after being submitted. Set the Request Sign-in button on if you want the form exclusive within your organization. Set the limit to one response if you want the respondents to answer not more than once. If this is turned on, the show link to submit another response will turn off. Presentation. You can manage how the form and responses are presented. Under Form Presentation, you turn on the Show Progress bar and shuffle the question order. Confirmation message by default has your response has been recorded. But you can customize the message to your liking. There are more settings like View Summary. If this is turned on, all responses are visible to all respondents. I personally suggest leaving this off for privacy reasons. Restrictions. When disabling the autosave for all respondents is on, respondents will lose their progress if their browser closes or refreshes. This is recommended if the form is a graded test or quiz. Defaults. Here you can set up the form defaults and question defaults. You set the collect email addresses by default to be applied to the current forms and new forms. Under question defaults, you can set all questions as required. So you will no longer set each question repeatedly as required. How to disseminate or share an online survey. Your online survey form is all set. It is time to send or share the form with your target respondents. You can share it through email, links, or social media. Here is how to send or share your form. On the Google Form window, click the Share button found in the upper right corner. If the Automatically Collect the Respondent's Organization's email is turned on, the email of the respondents of a particular organization is collected. Now choose how your form will be shared. Send via email. Here you can send these forms to specific persons or groups of persons through their email. Click this link icon to get the link or URL of the form you created. Click the Shorten URL box to make the URL shorter. Then click Copy the URL, and you can paste the copied link to anywhere like Messenger, Chatbox, and to your Google Classroom. Click this angle bracket symbol if you wish to copy the HTML format of this form. This way you can insert it to your website or web page. You can also share the link to Facebook and Twitter. Processing and viewing your online survey data. Once the survey form is sent to the respondents, you need to wait and monitor for the responses. You will be able to view the responses in 3 different ways. As a summary of responses, in a separate spreadsheet, or as downloaded CSV. To view the summary of responses, click on the Responses tab. Once clicked, the summary, question, and individual tabs are shown. Under Summary, you'll see the insights, frequently missed questions in case the form is a test. And scores. At the right side of the scores, there is a button for release scores. Click this if you wish to send this result to the respondent's email. On the upper right corner of the form, there is the View in Sheets icon. On its right, there are 3 dots. When you click on it, you'll see more options. Let's try to view the response in Sheets. If it is the first time to view the form in a sheet, the Select Response Destination window will appear. You will ask to create a new spreadsheet or select an existing spreadsheet. Since the response of this form is what we want to view, we will choose Create a new spreadsheet. Now you can view the result of the responses of the participants who answered the form. If the given period of time for the form to be answered has ended, don't forget to turn off the Accepting Responses button to stop receiving answers. Congratulations! You are now ready to create your own survey or quiz using Google Forms. If you have any questions, just comment down below. If you find this video helpful, please like and share. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you at my next video. Bye-bye.